that sound. Welcome, my friends. Dave McDonald here, Mr. Dave with Kids Cartooning. Another edition. Welcome back to Corny Creek Farms. That's right, there I am. If you wanted to get a look at me, I'm your head cow-toonist. Yes, that's me, here to draw something with you today. If you've been following along on my videos, you know that I like to use simple shapes to create super characters. And for many weeks now, we've been creating really wacky characters. Remember this one? Let me just show you this one. Remember this? The old baseball bat? Yes, that's just a taste of what I like to do. Silly puns. Sometimes I create characters like that. And one other time we had reading carrot. Dun, 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 dun. I love to read. I hope you like to read. Yeah, so we draw lots of great characters. Before we get started today, wanted to share with you something behind the scenes here, something that I haven't shown you all. Check this out. Oh my word. There it is. 4th grade cartoon. A young cow-toonist. Back then I was just a cartoonist. That's me in 4th grade, and I used to like to put the newspaper comics on the kitchen table, and I would try to draw my favorite characters. Have you ever done that? It's a lot of fun. So Peanuts was the comic strip that I really enjoyed, and Snoopy was one of my favorite characters. So there he is, Snoopy. He's the one on the left, not the right. Did you get that right? Yeah, so I saved my Snoopy drawing from 4th grade, and just to show you, I just wanted to share that I always have loved drawing. So my love of drawing goes back to elementary school, and I hope you enjoy drawing as well. Let's get started, shall we? Plain piece of paper here. Now, I got thinking about some stories. I like to pull some drawings from, sometimes you just think about a fable. We've done fables and folk tales. We've pulled characters from those in the past, and I got thinking about Little Red Riding Hood. For some reason, I have no idea why, but I got thinking about that big bad wolf. The big bad wolf. But I thought maybe we, instead of drawing a big bad wolf, what if we just reversed that? Instead of big, he's little or small. And instead of bad, he's good. So, small, good, instead of big and bad, wolf. All right, so we'll draw the small, good. Now, good, I'm looking at the word good. In the story, Little Red Riding Hood has a basket of goodies. Maybe our wolf makes goodies. Maybe he's a baker or a chef. All right, let's use that as our inspiration to create our small good wolf. All right, I'm going to start with some eyeballs. Now, if you've been drawing with me, you know I like to start with a very light pencil. I have to draw it dark enough so that you can see it, obviously, but lightly, and then I ink over it or trace over it with an ink pen, and then I go in with my eraser, and then we erase the pencil. So if you're going to do it that style with me, make sure you're just pressing down lightly with the pencil. Okay, so I'm going to start where I start with a lot of my characters, and that is the eyeballs. And you know what simple shape I like the most, or maybe not like the most, but I use the most, is that oval shape. So there's an oval for one eye. Now, if the character were looking straight out at you, I would put another oval side by side. But my character is looking in this direction over here, and he's going to be seen in what we call 3/4 view. 3/4 view, which means we don't really see him straight on, and we don't see a profile. We see kind of 3/4 of his face. Okay, not all of it, just most of it. Okay, so the second eye will be a curved line that comes off of this one, maybe like that. So that's your 2 eyeballs. Now the snout, I'm going to make basically a half a circle. I'm going to come out like this, and then make a half a circle. All right. Let's see, behind there's some shape to his head. It's going to have scruffy fur hanging off of it, but I'll just create a circle there for now. Let's see. He'll have 2 ears, maybe just one sticking out like that. And we're just going to make almost as if you were drawing an oval, but put a point at the end. And then this one we'll put off this way. It doesn't have to be, they don't have to be the same shape. One could be bent over like that one is. All right, so the shape of the body, I'm going to make basically a triangle. Like that, triangle. All right, he'll have a tail that will come out like that. Let's see, I don't know. Let's get rid of that line. We have our triangle here. He's going to have 2 big feet, and they're based on oval shapes, big ovals. And this one is behind the other one, so you don't see it all. But if I were to draw 2 ovals, they would overlap like that. All right. We need some elbow macaroni to complete the legs. Remember our elbow macaronis? Those little tubes of macaroni, they're just, looks like your macaroni and cheese. Right? One over here. That's your elbow macaroni. That's what our tail is going to look like. All right, let's see, nose, he's got a big nose. And maybe he's going to have a smile there. So what I've done, I've taken that triangle and I've come out here to create the lower part of the mouth. The lower lip would be here. His mouth is closed. It's going to be smiling, but he's going to have his tongue out. So I'm just going to put like a little tongue shape there because he's licking his lips because he's making goodies, right? Let's see, we need some elbow macaronis here. So for his arms, an elbow macaroni with a circle at the end. Now the other arm, we only need to see a little bit. So maybe we only see the top part of that other arm. His hands are going to be kind of clasped together like this. So what we'll do, this is real easy. Just put some ovals that will become his fingers from the other hand over the top of this one. All right, and that's what we'll do for that. Let's see, what else? Maybe we'll just over here make what looks like a giant muffin. So we create kind of a trapezoid for the base of the muffin, and then obviously the muffin would have half a circle top, but we're going to make it wavy and bumpy. Remember, a muffin doesn't look perfect. Maybe wavy at the bottom. Maybe it's a blueberry muffin. That would be my favorite. So maybe we see blueberries in the muffin. All right. Okay, let's get to, let's see, we can put our pupils in. Big pupils. Oh, let's do this. Today, for some reason, now it doesn't matter what day you're watching this, but the day that I'm drawing this, today is National Hat Day. National Hat Day. So we're gonna give him a hat for that reason alone. It's gonna be a chef's hat, so it comes up like this, straight, 2 straight lines. And then remember, those chef's hats are just basically look like a mushroom, kind of like that. Funny little hat. All right, there's our small good wolf. I like that. Who's afraid of the small good wolf? Remember that song? Maybe you don't. Maybe you should have mom or dad or someone share it with you somehow. But there was a song from the story. there's our hat. And you know from watching me ink, I typically start at the top and ink from the top down, only because that keeps me from dragging my hand through the ink and smearing it. Now, sometimes I do smear it. That does happen. So there's that ear. See this ear. Now, the wolves, they have fur, obviously, like a dog. So sometimes when I'm drawing, I don't just draw a straight line. What I'll do, watch. I'll create a little point there by coming back with my pen to create that little point of fur, just to indicate that it's kind of scruffy looking. Do one there, like that. Maybe we'll put, getting fancy with the ear. I'm going to do this. That's the cheek. He's really hungry, so his cheeks are up high because he's smiling. He's hungry. This eye. See how I went over it twice and made it thicker right there? And that adds just a little bit of character to your drawing. Pupil. With the little shine, the little reflection, right? Leave that little white dot. Adds a little bit of life to your character. There's our snout. Give him a big nose. And we can do the same here. Leave a little reflection in there. And fill in around that reflection. Give him some spots of hair there. Okay, let's see. Snout. He's smiling, so put how it's pushing up the jowls, the cheeks there. His tongue is out of his mouth. So we got that going on. And let's do this. He's licking his chops, so saliva's all. He's like spitting. He's all excited about eating that blueberry muffin. Now here, watch. I'm going to just give him some. I'm using this round shape as a base, but watch. I'll just create that scruffy fur that they have hanging off the side of their face. See how I used that shape and went around with the scruffy fur? Same thing on the back, scruffy. And I'll just come around the bottom here. Tail. See what I'm doing to make it look like it's fur? There we go. All right. One big hoof. Not a hoof. A hoof is on a horse. I like to use that term. It's kind of funny. A hoof. Maybe some shading on the bottom, just on the top part of that leg, because that leg is further over. It's on the other side of the character, so it might be casting a shadow because it's underneath the body of the character, right? Okay. Elbow macaroni. And let's see, that arm sticking over there. So it basically, like his thumb would be there. Draw in, these would be the fingers from the other side. And he's just kind of holding his hands together like that, all excited about what he's going to get to eat. And what we can do too to make him a little scruffier is just put some hairlines through the body. Maybe on the tail as well, just to indicate that fur. right? Okay, let's see. So we got all that done. We got his ears. Okay. Okay, let's move over to the muffin. Again, it's a half circle, but we just kind of make it look like it's bumpy and wavy because it's not a perfect shape. And then put in those blueberries. If you're coloring this later, you could not color them in black like I am. You could wait and color them blue on top with this brown muffin batter color. It's up to you. Maybe it's chocolate chip, right? Could be with the black, it could be a chocolate chip muffin. Some people like those. I like blueberry better, but some people like chocolate better. Which are you? Which one would you rather have? Let's do this. Let's make a little shadow underneath because that muffin top is kind of big and hanging over the bottom part of the muffin. Make it look more dimensional. There we go, a little more weight to it. And then we could add, just make these accent lines. Ta-da! And you could put a little bit of grass at the base here. Little stones. And put our little cloud back there. Like we always do. And there we have the small good wolf with his big goodie. The chocolate chip or blueberry muffin, right? Yeah, so let's go in and erase our pencil lines. Get rid of the pencil lines. See what we're left with. Black ink on white paper. Should look pretty cool, I would think. How'd yours come out? Maybe you didn't want to make yours happy and good. Maybe you did draw it big and bad. Gave it a kind of a angry look, a big bad evil look. Maybe he's stealing the goodies from Red Riding Hood's basket. Whichever you did, I'm sure it was fun. I hope you enjoyed this. Let's see. I gotta scrape all these off into the garbage so that I don't have to vacuum. And there we have the small good wolf. Now I'm going to go back. See, I can't even help myself from going in. Thicken that up under the hat. That's going to cause there's some volume to that hat, right? So that might be casting some shadows under there. There we go. Big hat. There we go. I'm liking that. The small good wolf with his big box of goodies there. His muffins. I hope you had fun drawing that along with me today. Hey, until next time, be safe, stay well, and be good. Take care of one another, my friend. We'll see you next time on Corny Creek Farms.